How is it going, guys? It is time for the new products video of this month for the GR86 and BRZ. Last month we didn't have a new products video because I was busy getting everything moved in, and it was definitely worth it. It's such an amazing feeling to have this space to use to make content and have a lift to use again. Although I can't say enough good things about the quick jacks. They're still gonna be my go-to when I work on the cars at home. But if you've never seen the new products videos before, you're new to the channel, they're essentially a monthly video that I do where I gather as many of the new products that I can find and share them with you guys, because I know it can be time consuming and a bit of a headache to go to each manufacturer's website to figure out what all they have available for your car. So I've done all that work for you and condensed it into one video to make it as easy as possible. So with that being said, let's check out what's available for the month of February. Of course, you guys know we've got to start off with some new Driven Media products, the first of which I think you guys are gonna absolutely love. I'm gonna be installing one of these right after I'm done with this video. But this here is the carbon fiber gauge hood cover. So this is a piece that sits directly over the top of your gauge cluster. And from the factory, it has sort of a faux leather finish to it that just isn't very appealing. But the moment you install this, it instantly pops. Whether you're sitting inside the car or looking at it from outside the car, it's such a huge upgrade that I would highly recommend. And just like any other carbon fiber bit that we offer, it's available in the gloss finish. I've got the matte here, as well as the forged option. You guys know that I am a sucker for the matte finish, so this is what I'm gonna be installing in my car. It's gonna match up perfectly with the rest of the carbon fiber I have installed, especially the steering wheel. This next piece is something that a lot of you guys have been asking for. I've already told you that I'm gonna be showing the automatic owners some love. I've released the automatic center console and shifter trim, but this here is the overhead map light cover for the cars with eyesight, because the overhead map light cover for the manuals doesn't fit since it doesn't have the bulges for the sensors. So I went ahead and had these made. Driven Media is currently the only company that offers these for the automatics, and I've also tested these on a car to make sure that it doesn't mess with your eyesight system. You just need to be careful when you're installing this that you don't touch these sensors. Now, an update for you manual guys, the overhead map light covers are now available in both matte and forged alongside the standard gloss option. The last new carbon fiber product we have for this month are these shifter paddle extensions. These are obviously, again, for the automatic cars, but they install onto the back of your OEM shifter paddles, extend them further up, giving you easier access, and they add a nice carbon fiber accent to your interior. They're also super easy to install. The double-sided tape is already pre-applied, so you just peel the backing off, press them into place, and that's it. We also have two new Driven Media lighting products, both of which are fourth brake lights. Now, this car from the factory doesn't come with a fourth brake light. You have the third brake light in the trunk, and then at the very bottom of the bumper, you have the reverse light assembly, which has the red reflector in the center, but there's not actually a light here. However, overseas in Japan, this center section is actually a functioning rear fog light. So what I've done is created a JDM style fourth brake light kit that includes everything you need to turn the section into a functioning fourth brake light. So when you turn your headlights on, this is gonna light up in the dim setting, and then when you step on the brake, it's going to light up brighter just like your taillights would. It's super easy to install. I'll have an install video for you guys later on. But like I said, it includes everything you need, so you even get the hole saw to drill a hole into the bottom of your assembly, and it has a built-in seal, so once you have this installed, no water can get in. And I've also opted to include posit taps in this kit. A lot of other lighting kits out there include cheap vampire clamps that I absolutely hate because they're just crap, and it's very easy to damage your wires using them if you're not careful. And sometimes they just flat out don't work. Instead, you're gonna get the posit taps. These are super easy to use and they work very well. This is a great DIY modification to improve your visibility to others. These are small cars. A lot of people out on the road are not paying attention, so doing what you can to improve your visibility is always a great mod. The other new lighting product we've got is the Renegade fourth brake light. Now, this is a full replacement fourth brake light. So what you're gonna do is remove the OEM reverse light assembly, and this installs in its place. It's 100% plug and play, so you don't have to do anything special with the wiring. You literally take the included harness, route it from the taillight to your new fourth brake light, and that's it. There's two different versions to choose from right now. We have the CBR installed on the car, which is a clear lens, black base, and red accent. And there's also an SBR, which is essentially the same thing, but with a smoke lens. Let me hop inside the car and run through the functions with you guys. I'm gonna start by turning the headlights on so you can see the startup sequence, which is kind of a sequential effect that goes back and forth before the light becomes solid. And this is what the light's gonna look like when you're driving around at night with your headlights on. I'll step on the brake so you can see that function. That's gonna be the center portion that lights up, and this is going to be the brake light. And then I'll put the car in reverse, and you'll see that the reverse light is the outer section of the center portion of the light. It's deceivingly bright. Even though it's a small portion of the light, I think it's actually brighter than the stock halogen reverse lights because they're LEDs. Let me turn the headlights off so you can see what this would look like during the day. So here's the brake lights again. And then the reverse light. I've swapped out the clear lens version for the smoke lens, and as you can see, it essentially blacks everything out and gives you that stealthy look, all while still allowing you to see the lights once they're on. Now, if you do happen to get the clear lens version and you want to change up the look later on, you can still get the overlays and install them just like they would install on the OEM reverse light assembly. So you can get the light smoke, or the dark stealth that has the matte finish, which is going to match the rest of the black plastic on here. Otherwise, if you know you want to go for that stealthy look, you can go straight for the SBR version. A new lighting product that's available this month that's not from Driven Media is from a company called Lit Logos. They specialize in RGB light up emblems for a variety of different cars that happens to include the GR86 and BRZ. So you could swap out the OEM GR badge here on the front end of the car and have an emblem that lights up that you can control through an app on your phone, which I think is super cool. Obviously, you're gonna need to remove the OEM emblem and make some modifications to route the wiring to get power, but that's to be expected. If you're looking for a unique touch to add to your GR86 or BRZ, this is definitely something you may wanna add to your list. Speaking of lighting, if you happen to be a big fan of RGB and adding additional lighting to your car, you may wanna check out a company called Underglow. Now, this isn't actually a new product, but it's a company I wanted to highlight because I think they make an awesome product, which is their Underglow kits. I know, hate me all you want, but I actually think Underglow is really cool in the right application. I wouldn't go around with it on every time I drive the car, but it's great to have for photos, videos, and car shows. And what I think they do really well is have different size variations. So you can have a kit built specifically to fit your car, and you're not just receiving a cheap Amazon Underglow kit. These are high quality LED strips that are surprisingly bright and vibrant, and I think we're gonna have to install a kit on my GR86. I know there are gonna be haters out there, but we're doing it anyway. For you BRZ owners out there, imagine that this is a BRZ front end. A complaint that I've heard from some people is that they don't like the design of the front grille where it's just the lines straight across. Fortunately, there's a new product from Molded Innovations that's a full replacement that changes it to the same honeycomb pattern as the GR86. So if you happen to be one of those people that don't like the OEM design, now you can change it to the honeycomb and be more like the GR86. If you're looking for performance modifications, Mishimoto has added a couple different options for you. They're pretty well known for their performance radiators. So you have an aluminum radiator option that's a direct replacement. That's gonna increase the volume by 34%, giving you a 52% increase in surface area. So you're gonna be making the most out of the air that's coming through that front grille to help keep temps down. We also have their oil cooler kit, which is as important, if not even more important, because these cars are known for those high oil temps, especially at the track. So if you're tracking your car, an oil cooler should definitely be at the top of your list. Alongside that, they have their oil catch can kit to ensure that your intake system stays free and clear of any blow by, which is obviously a good idea to help keep your engine happy and healthy. And of course, you have their silicone radiator and induction hose kit to help clean things up or add a splash of color to your engine bay. This next product is a blend between performance, aesthetics, and lighting. It's the Velocitec Ram Air Intake Snorkel. So it's a replacement for the stock snorkel that sits back behind the bumper here, and it moves the snorkel down behind the front grille so you can draw in more of the cool air from the front of the car instead of some of the air from the engine bay, because cooler air means more performance. On top of that, the design includes a light up kit for the opening of the snorkel, which you can customize the shape of. You can also choose what color the snorkel is and control the lighting through an app on your phone. So not only are you getting a benefit in performance, you're also upgrading the appearance of your car. If you guys have been following along for a while, you'll know that a while back, I tested out a trunk light bar, but I wasn't very happy with the overall fit and finish of it, so I took it off and put the OEM piece back on. But now, Alpha Rex has come out with their own trunk light bar, and I've been very happy with their headlights, so I can't wait to install the trunk light bar on here to see how it looks and how it compares. And there's one big difference. Theirs retains the OEM trunk button, whereas the one I previously installed deleted it, which kind of sucks because I actually do find the trunk button useful. You can actually use this to unlock your car. If you didn't know that hidden feature, go check out my hidden features video. But there's two different versions. There's a red lens and a smoke lens version. I have both the trunk light bar and their tail lights to eventually install on this car to show you how they look. But if you've been waiting for a trunk light bar that retains the trunk button, now you have that option. For those of you that are looking to add a gauge to your car, check out the P3 gauge. It installs directly into the side vent of the car. Probably one of the best integrated gauges available on the market. It looks like it could be an OEM option. It plugs directly into the OBD2 port, so it can pull all sorts of information like engine oil temp, coolant temp, air fuel ratio. So if you're looking to monitor that type of stuff and you want an OEM plus look, this is a great option for you. Last but not least, we've got to talk about the new AST suspension systems. Now, if you've never heard of AST before, they make some of the highest performance and quality suspension systems for a variety of different cars. They have 4 different options for the GR86 and BRZ, starting with their lowering spring kit, which is obviously going to be the most affordable, coming in at just over $200. And then we can jump to their entry-level coilover system, but keep in mind, even though I say entry-level, these are top of the line suspension system. So their one-way 5100 kit starts out at around $3,000. And then you jump to their two-way external reservoir 5200 kit, and that's under $6,000. And then you can go crazy with the three-way 5300 kit for $6,500. This is obviously not something that I would recommend to every GR86 or BRZ owner, but if you're looking to get the best performance and best quality there is out there, these are hard to beat. The budget coilovers can't come close, but obviously you're gonna have to pay a very hefty price tag. Well, there you go, guys. Those are the new products for this month. If you like something you saw, check out the links down in the description. And if you have any questions whatsoever or video requests on installs, product reviews, whatever it is, comment down below. I am always happy to help. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the new content. If you are, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys next time. It's such a huge upgrade that it has a built-in seal, so when you it's created a kit